so I thought maybe you discussed it before I got on, or.
It
you said
seems to
something.
be on.
But you had volume, I listened to the meeting,
I just hit it.
so, and I did have it taped too.
Okay,
I
thank
had,
you. Oh, good,
Nikki taped it too.
good, okay.
So you're
All
good.
right.
Not that,
Did you catch the
it's not
beginning?
required by law, we just have to do the minutes, but
Mm-hmm.
we've been doing them, so. Because, hey, who doesn't want to go home and watch it all over again? Hey,
Be worth some money someday.
yeah, I tell my kids that, like all the junk in the basement, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we got it rolling. There you go.
Hello, hello? Oh, yeah, he's worked on. He can project.
I hear that one.
Yeah, it's just, I changed no settings. Yeah, you can project.
It's like saying I got a big mouth.
Natalie Buck, she's so quiet, and it's like, speak up already. Joe's gonna show us how to do it.
What am I gonna show us how to do?
Speak into the microphone.
I'm
Well,
not
Joe
sure.
can articulate pretty well. Okay. Fred? Everybody ready?
Yes.
Ray, ready, Brian?
Yes, sir.
You guys ready? Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Village of Walton Hills Committee of the Whole meeting, Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, at 7:11 p.m. We're starting a little later. We had a Recreation Committee meeting council did before this meeting, and that went over a little bit. So we're starting this at 7:11. Okay, roll call, please.
Councilman Nielsen?
Here.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Here.
Councilwoman Allen? Councilman Spitznagel?
Here.
Councilman Whedon?
Here. Mayor Colograph,
Yes.
I'd like to ask for Councilwoman Allen to be excused from tonight's meeting due to illness.
Second.
Second by Councilman Spitznagel. Vote on the motion.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel?
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay. Councilman Allen, I hope you feel better. Start to feel better. We've had a few other people, staff, not feeling well too. Okay, we have the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Item 4, any comments related to agenda items? Any residents or non-residents? We also allow comment throughout the whole meeting, so if you think of something. Oh, you know what? I didn't put, what happened to the mic? I put
No,
the mic-
he's got it.
You were, did you have
Got it.
something, you were? Did you want to make a comment? Yeah, you can make it now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here.
Yeah, let's get the mic back up there. I thought I put it in up there today, Brian. I thought,
Sorry.
am I losing my mind? I am losing that.
Yeah, that's why I thought it worked to get the sound. I don't know. Remember that for next time.
Yeah.
Make sure we get louder.
I'm Hubert Reno, 7067 Carl Drive in Walton Hills. I just have a question. Does Walton Hills have an ordinance related to intersections, visibility, and obstructed views? The reason why I asked the question is coming out of Carl Drive, we practically have to drive into the street, partially into the street, to see if any cars coming up the hill on the left, from the left-hand side. In the past, I talked several times to the maintenance department, and they have difficulty with the owner of the corner house. There are bushes which really should be cut down to the ground level for maybe a distance of 15 to 20 feet to see if any cars are coming up the hill. And the cars are coming usually up with a fairly high speed. So that was my question.
Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll talk to Rob, our street commissioner, and talk about that. Or if there is, I think there is something in place, but let me take a look. But I do want to tell you this, we had a resident right there, close to your street, and I know Rob talked to them last week or whatever. We're talking about putting some signs that say hidden driveways, and maybe we should have something for the street there. So I'm gonna have them kind of look at that whole thing, okay? Any other comments? Questions? Okay. We'll move on to the legislation that we have on here. Discuss. Some of that legislation is on the special council meeting. So item 5A, ordinance 2025-10. It's amending the ordinance passed for the 2025 budget, making additional appropriations for current expenditures of the village of Walton Hills in 2025, declared emergency. Nikki, do you want to discuss that?
Sure. We'll be amending our budget for actually some of the following resolutions included on the agenda. We'll be needing to make some amendments in order to pay for those projects which are fully reimbursed by New York, Northeast Ohio Sewer District and some other organizations. However, we will need to pay in advance for those items, so we'll be amending the budget so that we can pay for it, and then we should be getting that money in return. And the other two items that are on there for amendment would be our utilities and other professional services. Obviously, everyone's noticed the utilities and how high they're going, so we're making an amendment.
I just kind of want to remind everybody, especially for maybe residents that are here or residents that are watching, what we decided to do is we didn't put in a lot of capital projects in the budget. We said we're going to look at them individually and make appropriations throughout the year, just to kind of have a better handle on it and a better handle with what's going out and what's coming in. And so that's why you're seeing more appropriations. It's just a way that council and Nikki and the administration thought would be a better way to kind of have a better understanding what's actually going in and going out, coming in and going out. So that's why you're seeing more of those appropriations we're making as we go.
Mayor Colgrove?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, may I ask if, while we're here on this topic, for the capital fund, it looked like there's some, one large item, and Mr. Gelati is here, where it says the Green Valley Engineering Sanitary Sewer Charges. Can you, the 200,000, can you explain that to us, what that? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be best, Joe. That's why I got Joe here tonight. I wanted to make a note, we have almost all of council here, I didn't say, along with our fiscal officer, Nicole Sell, our law solicitor, John Montello, our village engineer, Joe Gelati, and our fiscal clerk,
Who are you?
I gotta get
Say
the
your name.
right. The last. Teasing me. Okay, go ahead, Joe, because we've talked about this might be an issue.
Okay, sure. So,
Sorry.
yeah, that's okay. Happy to talk about really all three of these
Thank you.
items that are at the top of the table there on the piece of legislation that fall under capital fund. We talk about one, we may as well talk about all three. So,
Thank you.
made a few notes. First of all, there's three items there under capital fund. My first message, and maybe the underlying theme on all of this, is that all three of these items are 100% reimbursable to the village. So in the end, they are no net expenditure to the village. So that's a great thing. It's a way for us to maintain our infrastructure, improve it or maintain it, whatever the case may be, at no actual cost to us as a village. So that's an awesome thing. We shouldn't lose sight of that. These are, of course, items that weren't put into the original budget. The mayor mentioned that, so thank you. I don't have to talk about that. So we have to amend as we go. You know, and I guess my mindset too is not all budget amendments are a hit to the wallet. Like, this is not an ultimate hit to the wallet. It's, you know, it costs us nothing in the end. So the first one is sanitary sewer. This is our annual proactive sanitary sewer study. We did it last year as well. We're doing it this year also again because we were awarded the grant for 75% of the project cost from NERSD through their member community infrastructure program. The other 25% of that cost is being paid for by Cuyahoga County Sanitary Sewer Department. So as Nikki indicated, as the work is done, then the bills are paid, the reimbursement requests are sent in. Nikki and I stay in touch constantly and closely on all of our reimbursement requests because it's important to get the money back as soon as we can. So that's the sanitary sewer study basically, and I don't want to bore you guys too much, so I'll be very quick. Consists of dye testing of the sewers. It consists of, excuse me, video inspection of the sewers. There's flow metering of how much flow is actually in the sanitary sewers, and the system is modeled to make sure that it's going to operate properly at all times. So it's, like I say, it's a proactive study to make sure we don't have any problems before we actually do experience a problem and we get sewage inside somebody's house or building or whatever the case may be, because that would be a bad day, right? So we don't want to do that. That's the first one. Second one is the storm sewer repair item that you see on there. This cost is 100% reimbursed by NERSD through the Community Cost Share Program. So the same entity, but a different program that NERSD has. And this is for some work. There's actually an item in your council packet on this. This is to replace the storm sewer on Alexander Road in the tree lawn over there, kind of at the southwest corner of Alexander and McClellan. We have a completely non-functioning storm sewer, 100% doesn't function at all. It's creating a backup and a problem for the resident there. You're shaking your head. You've probably seen it before. It's not too far from your house, so so it needs to be addressed. So we've got the bid complete and the contract award before you there. So, and then the last one simply says property acquisitions. This is for Northfield Road sidewalk property acquisitions. We're not really buying any new land somewhere else. So, and this last one, Northfield Road property acquisitions, 90% of those costs are reimbursed from ODOT highway safety funding, and the other 10% will be paid for out of the county ARPA money that we already have that is earmarked especially and only for this Northfield Road sidewalk program. So that's where we stand with those three items under capital fund.
Mayor, I
Yes.
just had a couple quick questions for Mr. Gelati.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to, for the top one, the
Yeah.
annual study,
Mm-hmm.
a couple questions.
Yeah.
This is for phase
2.
This is for phase 2.
Yep.
Which is already ongoing. Is
Correct.
that-
Yes.
All right, and then and this is more so for the residents' sake. I completely understood the 75% member community infrastructure program from
Yes.
NERSD.
Yes.
And then the 25%, you said that was Cuyahoga County. That is from the portion of the fund that's collected from all of us,
That's correct. There's an
including
assessment.
industry, the
Yes.
assessment that shows up on our.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
so
So it
this
shows up
is-
on your property tax.
So this is some of that money coming back.
That's exactly
to the
true.
community,
Comes
for the
back to the
community.
community. Yep.
Okay.
And you're right, the industrial, they pay the most, so.
Right.
Yep.
And similarly, if you can share a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
with, especially for our residents and viewers, the sewer repair and how, and that community cost share program
Yes.
is also another program that is,
Similar in nature.
yeah,
Yes.
The funding aspect of it.
The funding.
Where it comes from and how it comes back to the community.
Yes, so as most of you know, we all pay a sewer fee, or some people call it a rainwater tax. I've heard all-
Stormwater fee.
Stormwater fee, sorry, I said that wrong. I've heard all sorts of names thrown out there, but that's the technical names, it's a stormwater fee.
Right.
It's about $10 a month for most of us. It goes to the NERSD, and, you know, where does it go? Nobody knows. Well, here's part of where it goes.
Right.
We do get some of it coming back to our community for stormwater needs, just like this one, this storm sewer repair item that Mr. Whedon's talking about, and you have the legislation, I think, before you as well in your packet.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Nikki, you want to continue? I don't know if you just want to go through the legislation, or through the additional, I guess you already did.
Mhm.
Yeah, the professional, the utilities.
Mr. Mayor, just the very bottom item, the advance to capital. So the first half of the amendment is the actual expenses we're amending. However, the cash to cover that, we will need approximately $200,000 to cover those payments. So we will be advancing from our general fund to the capital fund. And as soon as we start getting these reimbursements, we'll pay it back to the general fund.
Mr. Mayor?
Go ahead.
I know you can't say when we're gonna get reimbursed, but what's the general timeline of getting reimbursed
Yeah,
for
so
these projects?
Yeah, so we talk about this all the time. Our mission is always to send the reimbursement in as soon as possible. We do it as quickly as we can. Every entity is a little bit different. Some of these folks are 10 days, some of these folks are 60 days. And even that varies sometimes. So we send in the reimbursement request, and if we don't hear anything after a little while, then I usually send a follow-up email.
So we should be reimbursed for these projects by the end of the year?
As many as we can. I
Except for
certainly
maybe
can't
the
say that all.
property acquisition.
Well, that would be a good example, because the deadline for the property acquisition to be complete is December 15th. So we certainly could have a situation where the first week or so of December, we're making some of the payments for the right-of-way acquisition, and, well, those probably are not, the check's not gonna land until January, I would think, so. Yeah, so unfortunately, I can't give you a better answer than that.
No,
I can't
that's
tell you
fine.
which ones would come before December 31st and which ones would come after January 1st. I can only say we do it as fast as we can.
Right,
So-
and just a note to the residents, the way our accounting works, it's on a yearly basis, January 1st to December 31st. So if we, for example, if we put out this $427,000 and didn't get reimbursed at all, it would show a it would show a decrease to our budget, to our funds of $427,000 for the year, when in actuality, that's
Yeah,
not really.
not really true.
A
Yeah.
true picture of what's going on. And I've mentioned this over and over again. I wish there was some method that we could account for special items, just to let the residents know when they look at a finance report, that these are the special items that are being returned to us, or that will be refunded next year, something like that, something that effect, so somebody doesn't get that shock of going, oh my God, we're down $1 million this year. No, hold on a second, you know.
I think you just did it, Mr. Smith.
Yes.
You said to the camera, so we're good. Now they know.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chiladi, these projects are ready to be funded,
Yeah.
right, to be completed here, so it'd be, you know, the quicker we appropriate the money, the quicker we'll get reimbursed
It's true.
and finish some of these projects. That's it. So I ask you to consider passing it tonight. I think Mr. Chiladi would agree.
Yeah, when I get to those, we have some recommendations.
Sure.
A lot of these
Yeah.
projects we have talked about, because we're planning on going for it, because we applied for the funds, received the funds,
So now we gotta do it.
now we gotta do it.
Yep.
So, they've all been vetted very well, all of them. But we always have that option. You know, they're not happy if you apply for the funds, receive the funds, and then they'll want to be in good graces, so we are always on the top of the list. Good points with everybody. But we decided to put that first just to talk about it because we don't want to do the appropriations. There's such a talk about the projects, right? But we'll probably come back to that. So we can come back to that as we move through the agenda. Talk about the projects that are in here. Any questions related to legislation, item A as of right now? Okay, any questions from anybody watching the live stream?
No.
Okay. So we have item B, which is resolution 2025-33, authorizing the mayor to apply to the Ohio Public Works Commission for potential grant and/or loan for the funding of capital infrastructure improvement projects in the village of Walton Hills and declaring an emergency. Now, that is one that we would like to ask for suspension and get passed tonight. We do have a deadline on that. Joe, correct?
That is correct.
And what
The due date is September 11th, and the legislation needs to be included with that submittal on September 11th. So in this particular case, we can't wait for the regular council meeting, so I would ask that we pass it tonight. You guys, I think all have the memo. I see Mr. Reed has it open, so I'll try not to repeat myself too much, but as you know, each year we apply to OPWC for grant funding. We've got a pretty good success rate there, and this application is for resurfacing of Rollin Drive, Andrus Drive, and Connolly Drive. In short, those are the three worst roads that we have that aren't already funded or being taken care of in some other manner. So those are the next three we want to hit. And if this application is successful, and we are awarded the grant, it would be a 2027 project.
I'd like to read the memo in the record.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine, Joe, no, that's good news. All right, so everybody has in their packet, and I'll read it in the record here. And this is a memo from Mr. Gelati here, dated 8/15/25. Pavement condition ratings and OPWC application. The village-wide pavement condition rating, which we call PCR, report has been completed using the ODOT recommended scoring system. This comprehensive assessment provides a clear comparison of road conditions with a scoring of 1 to 100 across the village and will serve as a valuable tool for infrastructure planning in future years, because it's been a while since we
Yes, it is. We're overdue. Yep.
we were overdue. Based on the report findings, we recommend proceeding with an OPWC grant application to resurface Andrus, Conley, and Rollin, the three roads with the lowest PCR scores not already addressed through other funding sources. Okay, so those are the three new ones, everybody. Please note, Ryan and Celia are already funded by OPWC and scheduled for resurfacing in 2026. We did receive a grant for those two roads. Young, Crick, and Tower have historically received CDBG funding. To meet the OPWC application deadline of September 11, 2025, the village must pass legislation authorizing the grant submission. Therefore, we recommend holding a special council meeting on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025 to formally approve the attached legislation. This will allow us to ensure we meet the deadline in securing the funds for these critical road improvements.
I wrote all that?
Yeah. Very good.
Spelling was correct.
Thank you for checking.
The office reviewed it.
I had somebody help me with that.
So I would ask for suspension tonight. Is any discussion on that? Is everybody, go ahead.
Yeah, Mayor Colgraf,
Yes.
just a couple of questions for Mr. Gelati over for you. So for this, thank you for the, first of all, thank you for the PCR
Yeah.
pavement condition ratings, updating that program to follow the ODOT, these ODOT condition.
My pleasure, yeah.
It's good
It's
to,
a good tool
good to
for
see
us.
that.
Yeah.
We have, and thank you for the report also, that we
Absolutely.
can see for the future and not go into tonight. But as it relates to the Andrus, Connolly, and Rawlin project for 2027, is there maximum amount of this application that we would be applying to? Or does OPWC, does that change from year to year? Is there?
Yeah, so what our strategy here is going to be is to ask for 50% of the cost of the project in the form of a grant. And to pave all 3 of these roads costs just about $500,000, so we'd be asking for $250,000 in the form of a grant from OPWC.
Okay. All right, and then my second question is related to the CBDG funding for the industrial area. I know the village was awarded some funds for 2025. So when does the process open for 2026? Will that be,
Yes.
seems like it's in the fall? And
It's always in the fall, and then you find out maybe in February or March, you know, if you were successful for that year. In other words, this fall, we would apply in perhaps February or so of 2026. We would find out the results if we were successful, and if we are successful, then we can perform that project and spend those monies in 2026.
Okay, so council may be seeing a resolution or to apply for these funds,
That is,
as well as there's a
yeah,
public
I don't-
meeting that goes with this?
say that again? I'm
Is
sorry.
there a public hearing that has to
There
happen
is
with
always the
this?
public hearing, yes. So
Okay.
that's where it'll come to you guys. That's what we do every year.
Okay,
Correct, yes.
okay.
But that won't
And-
be until 2026.
We just
Yeah.
passed it 2025,
Yeah.
Okay,
which is actually for 2026.
Oh, got it, okay.
all right. So nothing this fall, we will not be applying this fall for,
If we've already done it, you're right, then we would not be applying this fall if the application's already in. But we still, it's always about February when you find out if the previous year's application
Right,
was
okay.
successful. Yeah,
all right, thank you.
sure.
And then the funds weren't, like, for this year, they weren't available till like, what, June?
It was about May,
When we
I
got
think,
the final
when we
letter,
finally
remember?
got the letter and the agreement, yeah.
It was like June or July, because remember we kind
Yeah,
of made a decision about,
Yeah, so what CDBG does, I'm sorry.
no,
I
about
think you're
Ryan
right.
and Seeley, remember, because we were worried about,
Yeah, Ryan and Seeley, we find out on July 1st.
July 1st.
OPWC, you always find out on July 1st.
right.
Yeah. So this application, back to the current piece of legislation, we'll send this in on September 11th, and we don't actually get the final word and the agreement, if we're successful, till July 1, correct, yes. Why does it take so long? Don't know, but that's the schedule.
But if they give us 50%, we don't.
I'm not gonna argue. Yeah, you're right.
Any other questions related to Joe's memo or that legislation? Okay. Any questions from anybody in the audience or anybody watching the live stream? Okay, we can always come back to it if you have a question. Okay, we'll move on then. We have item C, resolution 2025-34, authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Urbans Incorporated to perform service in regard to the 2025 storm sewer repair program and declare an emergency. I also have a memo from Mr. Gelati that I'd like to read into the record. This is dated August 28, 2025. And this is storm sewer repair program phase 1. The village has received 5 bid proposals for the project known as the storm sewer repair program. Big tabulation attached. I have reviewed the bid proposals and have identified the lowest and best bid proposals that being submitted by Urbans Incorporated in the total amount of $77,865. References have been successfully checked regarding Urban Incorporated. I therefore recommend that Urban Incorporated be awarded the contract for the storm sewer repair program. Please note that the storm sewer repair will take place between 18408 and 818500 Alexander Road. Most importantly, the village will be completely reimbursed for the cost of the project by NEORSD. Okay? Any questions related to that resolution? Joe, I know we talked about it. We could pass that in the council meeting we talked about. It's not something that, we did put it on the special council meeting, but it's not something that needs to be passed in the special council meeting. We are, receiving funds for it. We all know it needs to be done, so we did put it on the special council meeting. But it would be up to council whether you wanted to go first reading or pass it under emergency. We'd like to pass it under emergency just so we get the project going. That was our thought, because it is affecting residents. So.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would agree with trying to get, moving ahead with that, under our recommendation from John Montello. He mentioned the fact that we could get this moving a little quicker if we pass this. So something that needs to be done and something we're going to be reimbursed for, so.
Okay. So it's up to everybody's comfortable. We can talk about that in the special council meeting too. Any questions related to that? It's item C.
Yeah, just to expand on Mr.
Yeah,
Nielsen's
go ahead.
comment, I agree with you and with John. The sooner we move forward, the sooner we get the reimbursement, and it is negatively affecting our resident over there, so
Yeah.
I would suggest we pass it tonight.
Okay. Any other comments or questions related to item C? Okay, we'll move on to item D, resolution 2025-35. Accepting the you don't want to talk to this one, Jim?
I'm not sure what church is down for a minute.
Resolution 2025-35, accepting the recommendation of the Tax Incentive Review Council on the Village of Walton Hills Community Reinvestment Agreement and declaring an emergency. Now, we would also like to pass that under suspension. I'll let Nikki talk to this. There wasn't a meeting held, and Nikki had to run the meeting more or less for the village, correct?
Yes, there was
As
a meeting.
fiscal officer, and it went very well, so along with the team, we're very grateful for that. But go ahead.
Basically, we had to present the county with how the tax incentives were going for specifically MPK. It was for the year of 2025, and that was the only agreement we had in 2025. So we had to present information to the county on how it was doing, and they would recommend or not recommend continuing that incentive. In the end, they did recommend continuing the incentive.
There's a vote that's taken, the members vote along with the county. So we're very happy about that. John participated too. So, part of it, correct, John, is passing legislation council accepting their recommendation.
Yes, sir. They've met or exceeded their promises when they were granted the tax abatement by quite a bit, actually. So the committee recommended that it be continued.
Any questions related to that?
Mr. Mayor, is this just continued for like 1 year and you have to review it again with the county? Yes.
Well,
Yes,
so I-
yes, annual review, that's what they, every year they're,
Okay.
we want to make sure that they're complying in order to get so does the county and so does the schools. We want to make sure they're meeting the promises that they made. So in this case, it appears that they've already exceeded them, so that there shouldn't be a problem, but we're still going to give it a review, and there should be other CRAs up at the corner there for the new development that we might have to review next year.
Probably Cardinal Health, correct?
Good.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. Two, which you guys know, you voted him in, 2 members, residents of the community also serve on that committee. Okay, Mr. Mike Cummins, who served on it before, and then John Milano. So they were part of it, and they were part of the, it was done, Zoom, correct?
Mhm.
But only one person's allowed to talk. So Nikki raised her hand for that.
Good job.
Yeah, did a great job, so. Any questions related to that? I'd ask for suspension of that. We would like to get it done and get it sent in.
Just one question, Mayor.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think, Nikki, you said this is for a tax year 2025 or tax year 2024, what we received in,
It was for
2025.
2024, and we reviewed it in 2025.
okay, thank you.
And Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I think I'm in agreement with passing this tonight also with their recommendation. But it shows, passing it tonight also shows that good intentions on our part too, as a business partner, to get this stuff done for NPK, who is upholding their end of the bargain, and to do it quickly and efficiently for them.
I would agree. We have very good, a lot of very good businesses in the community, and they are definitely one of them. And we hope they continue to expand. Because payroll tax is what pays our bills, not property tax, payroll tax.
Mr. Mayor, just a quick question. Any information on the Great Day on the build-out?
No, we understand they pulled quite a few permits, so they're working on the inside. We're hoping to get it completed this year. But they're working on it.
Very good.
You've seen it, we did put an article in the Journal, they had some tidbits in the Owl, but we put the article in the Journal that Governor DeWine put out because they did receive job incentive tax credits and stuff, so we're excited about that. We want to get those 225 employees in there too.
Mr. Mayor, I saw that a commercial, I think they put a commercial
Oh,
with the Buckeyes. That
lot of
they-
commercials.
There was a lot of commercials like
A
that.
lot of commercials are making a heavy push in Northeast Ohio. So we're excited. And we're hoping for the 3rd building. And there's been some discussions with that, but that's early on, very, very early on. Okay, any questions on item D? Okay, everybody's pretty good with that? Any questions from residents, non-residents, people watching? Live stream, okay? Gotta flip the page here, huh? Okay, so, nothing else there, all right. Any other questions for the COW meeting, or any comments? I did talk to Joe, here, about the greenways. I let Ray know that you were going to respond to that, and at this time, we have nothing to add.
Yeah, we don't have anything to add, or there aren't any revisions to the map.
Okay, and then you'll let them know that. Okay, good. And I'll let Natalie know. I don't know how it got to her. I think I might have sent it, so maybe they already sent it to me and she sent it to them. But it's all good. I don't have anything else. We have COW next week, of course, another one. I'm sure we'll have some other items too. We're just gonna keep moving. going on. Joe, anything you want to expand on with any projects or about the Northfield Road sidewalk, the progression of that, or where you think, yeah, go ahead, where you think we might be with that as far as after they obtain.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add. I guess Northfield Road sidewalk, like I mentioned before, the due date to finish the property acquisition is December 15th. And then it's still on track. Actually, ODOT will conduct that project, not us. So ODOT will conduct the bid and administer the construction. And they're still on track for it to be a 2026 project. I don't know exactly when in the year, but that's still what they're telling us, so.
Okay, go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, Mayor Colgraf, Mr. Gelati, any update on the Northfield Road resurfacing project?
So the latest we heard is that they're supposed to start tomorrow night. Was supposed to be last week, and it was supposed to be even a few weeks before that. They keep delaying the start. So that's the latest information we have. And I guess to let you folks know, first of all, they're working at night, so we don't expect any real traffic impacts. And the project is paid 100% by ODOT because they're responsible for the pavement. So we're not writing a check for that one, but it's supposed to be tomorrow night.
Will there be any daytime work, or it's all at night?
None that I'm aware of. Yeah, they may be out there doing a little bit of work during the day, but I think the heavy operation, the removal of the old asphalt, the installation of the new asphalt, all that type of stuff is supposed to happen at night.
Thank you.
Yep.
So we're going to have to put airports on right after that.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys will be okay. I think you guys are far enough away and the leaves are still on the trees. You guys should be okay. Yeah. Now I know why you're asking.
We shall see.
Now I know why you're asking.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
just Mr. Whedon, seemed to be all right when they did your road. I mean, it was pretty quiet.
That was all during the day. That was all. No,
I know, but nap time, I mean.
Don't go there, Mr. Neal.
no, please don't. Please don't. What is this? What does this PCR say for North Middle Park?
Yeah. Move that back.
Scrap it. Any other questions before we adjourn the meeting?
Mr. Mayor?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Diane.
I'd like to just let everyone know, we did have our Recreation and Community Life Committee meeting at 6 o'clock this evening. We did review our Parker program, garage sales, Wednesday walkers, other activities that we have, pickleball, everything. We had a smaller group for our Parker program this summer, but the children were really involved, really enjoyed it, and definitely was a success. Hopefully next year we'll have more kids, and with all the good reviews. Pickleball's moving along very well, and all of our other programs. Our rental events are up. We have some already renting for next year. We have the increase starting in January. Our coordinators, we have a really good crew of event coordinators to be there for the events. Our senior trips, they're planning for next year. If anybody has any recommendations for a trip that they would recommend, definitely let Natalie know so that we could look into it. You know, we tried to get a variety of places for everyone to go. Our senior lunch, every month seems to be a very large crowd. This past month was really a success, having it down at the lake. It was very good. Thank you, Mayor. And our special event programs with Halloween and Christmas coming, it will all be in your journal and all, so everyone would get the correct dates. So we moved along on all that, but we also had a presentation from Glenn, who is one of our, he works with Rob Kennedy on our baseball fields, and he wanted to give a little talk about upgrading the fields and a revenue program to have tournaments, baseball teams, and try to revive our baseball program up there. It will definitely need more meetings. It definitely involves more than just changing out the dirt. There's other things that would need to be done, as Mr. Nielsen had recommended a few things right off the bat with, you know, any kind of changes up there with it. So, but it was a good presentation and definitely a positive thing for the village to be able to continue on with our baseball fields. And other than that, it was a very productive, good meeting. Thank you.
Good. Any comments? Anybody want to comment on or ask anything or?
Yeah. Just one comment, Mayor,
Yeah.
and that is, I was able to listen to a portion of the meeting, and just want to ask that for the Parker program, the wonderful Parker program, that before we get into the 2026 budget discussions, that, you know, you guys receive the total cost of the program, including salaries. The total
Okay.
cost of the
Yeah,
program.
we do have a total cost figures, but we don't have the salaries
What's that,
yet.
including salary?
On what that,
Yeah.
right, but we can get that.
Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you.
I know you had a comment. I'm
I'm
gonna have to ask you to come up to the mic. That, because we recorded,
I do have a
so.
big mouth. I live on Logan Drive. I've heard your name quite a bit this week. I have a brand-new driveway, concrete, and they paved, resurfaced Logan. And my neighbor said to me, "Why does your driveway look like a murder scene?" So they drove the roller over my brand-new concrete, and there was what we thought was rust or dirt all over that. Todd Tues immediately came. He said they would clean it up, and they did, so I would thank them for that. And I thank you today. I messaged you about if the meeting is in person. So Todd did, he talked about Joe a lot, but he said, we'll have that cleaned up. But it looked like blood all over the driveway.
No, I received, you sent me pictures.
That was for me, probably.
Yeah, I think you sent me pictures, and
I
then
did-
actually,
I
Joe
didn't
and
know
I
who,
had.
I didn't know who to contact. That
No,
was the
it-
thing.
It was fine. And then Joe and I had a meeting related to some other projects, along with Nikki and some of this. And I asked about that, and you told me that, and that's why you told me that Todd contacted you and.
Came
they
out and
cleaned up,
cleaned it up.
and you guys were satisfied, so.
And then, the employee that cleaned it up, Todd said, I want you to be satisfied, so they're not leaving until you come out and look at it.
Good.
So he did come out, and now they have to seal it, I guess. There's a little piece of concrete that's in the asphalt. When the man did my concrete, he meant a little bit, and I go, this looks crazy here. But he said when it's sealed, it'll be covered. So they did a good job.
Good, no.
I waited 47 years in Garfield Heights to have my road paved. They paved it and I moved.
Um,
We don't move now.
Yeah, they, as you heard, council has done a very good job, and the administration and our engineer, and everybody involved, fiscal officer. We're trying to get back to that, our road program, but it was all about funding, you know, and, now we're seeing a little more revenue come in, and we're trying to, attack more of the secondary roads, and we've been, through Joel and Rob, have done well in, receiving some grants, and Nikki and Melissa getting some grants, so we're happy about that. You see, we plan on doing some more roads next year, so good, it's nice to hear that. Then I know Rob and Joe follow up on those projects, and we're very fortunate to have Todd Tues, who actually works for a thing, but for a contractor inspecting stuff, is also a resident. So, I always feel he kind of, really looks out for our village, too, so we're very fortunate, because he lives in the village, too. I don't know if you were aware of that. Yeah, so, yeah, so it makes it kind of nice, you know, when he's got a little special interest like the rest of us here. So, any other comments? Thank you. Any other comments related to the agenda?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Well, kind of related, we're going to have an infrastructure meeting on the 16th of this month. Mr. Kalman will be there, and Mr. Gelati will be there.
Yes,
Of course, the committee. Ms. Allen is out sick tonight, but hopefully she's well enough to attend in a couple weeks. And we're going to be talking about the summer wrap-up, what the events, infrastructure events that happened this year during the summer, during our break, and then their wants and needs and wishes for next year, yes. And then I was going to bring this up at the rec committee meeting, but we were running a little bit because we, not behind, but over 7 o'clock, so I didn't want to take any more time. But this month's September's journal, which is really good as usual. What struck me was the second to last page. It's got a lot of good information in there, but I think, you know, some residents don't read the information that we put out. And this is about the fire department, our Oakwood Fire Department, and there's a program called Walton Hills Community Connect where you can get online and establish basically an account. Of course, it's free, and you give them, it's sectioned off: your property, your people, your needs, your pets, how many people are in the house, things like that. And basically, it's information that you want to give the fire department, so if they have to come to your house, they can pull up this information, and they already have it. They know that there's only one person living in that house, or two people, and you have a dog and a cat, or whatever it may be, and maybe your medications. It's supposedly a very secure website and all that stuff. You can put as much or as little information in there as you want, but I think that's fantastic. I'm going to do it myself. I think it's a fantastic program in case somebody needs to get in your house. They know what to look for.
Maybe we should run it next month then, too,
I would agree,
or do it quarterly,
yeah.
get it out. I know at the senior lunch, somebody was asking about lock boxes. Just to let you know that Oakwood does still provide that. I did let them know that they will help anybody with smoke detectors. They'll even help change a battery. You know, some seniors aren't comfortable getting on a ladder. They'll come out, the fire department will send someone out. They'll get up on a ladder and do it. We don't want our residents doing that and falling. They'd rather come out and help them do that. So just one of those other things to keep in mind. Okay. Any other comments or questions? Okay. Well, can I ask for adjournment of the COW meeting?
Mayor Colgraf, I move that we adjourn the Committee of the Whole meeting for September 2nd, 8:03 p.m.
Is there a second?
Second?
Second by Councilman Nielsen. Vote on the motion.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel?
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay, meeting adjourned. As Councilman said, 8:03. Are you guys, anybody need to go to the restroom, or you just want to go right into the next meeting? Right into the next meeting, okay. I just have to find my agenda here. There it is. Okay. Everybody good? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the special council meeting of the Village of Walton Hills, Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, at 8:04 p.m. Okay. Roll call, please.
Councilman Nielsen?
Here.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Here.
Councilwoman Allen? Councilman Spitznagel?
Here.
Councilman Whedon?
Here. Mayor Colgraf, I'd like to move to excuse Councilwoman Jennifer Allen from tonight's special council meeting due to illness.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Diane Canzoni. Vote on the motion.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel?
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
As mentioned before, hope Jennifer feels better. Because you're not going to get away with that. She's not going to get away with missing next week. So
No.
if you're listening, Jennifer,
That's
okay?
right.
You're not gonna.
Eat your
extend
chicken noodle
vacation.
soup
We all
and-
want to do it, you want to be healthy when you extend it, so we hope you feel better. I'm serious. Okay, so we have legislation, item A, ordinance 2025-10, amending the ordinance passed for the 2025 budget, making additional appropriations for current expenditures of the village of Walton Hills during the 2025, during the year 2050 emergency. Do you guys want to just go through them and vote on them, or we don't need?
Let's go through, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Who would like to introduce that for suspension?
Mayor Colograph? I'd like to
Councilman Weed.
I'd like to introduce ordinance 2025-10, amending the ordinance passed for the 2025 budget, making additional appropriations for current expenditures of the village of Walton Hills, Ohio during the year 2025, and declaring an emergency, also requesting to suspend the 3 reading rule.
Is there a second?
Second. Oh, Fred.
Second by Councilman Nielsen. Vote on the suspension.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay, suspension passed, 4-0.
Mayor Colograph, members of council, I'd like to ask for the adoption of ordinance 2025-10.
Second.
Second by Councilman Nielsen. Vote on the adoption.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay, ordinance passed, 4-0. Thank you, everybody. We have item B, resolution 2025-33, authorizing the mayor to apply to the Ohio Public Works Commission for a potential grant and/or loan for the funding of capital infrastructure projects in the village of Walton Hills and declaring an emergency. Who would like to introduce that for suspension?
Mayor, I'll introduce it.
Spitznagel?
Mayor and Council, I'd like to introduce resolution number 2025-33, authorizing the mayor to apply to the Ohio Public Works Commission for a potential grant and/or loan for the funding of capital infrastructure projects in the village of Walton Hills and declaring an emergency for suspension, right? Do we have to, yeah, we have to
Correct.
suspend, for suspension.
Is there a
Second.
Second by Councilman Whedon? Did you second it?
Yes.
Okay. Vote on the suspension.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to ask for adoption of resolution 2025-33.
Second.
Second by Councilman Whedon. Vote on the adoption.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Passed 4-0. Okay. Item C, resolution 2025-34, authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Urbans Incorporated to perform service in regard to the 2025 storm sewer repair program and declaring an emergency. Who would like to introduce that for suspension?
Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to introduce for suspension resolution number 2025-34, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Irvins, Inc. to perform service in regard to the 2025 storm sewer repair program and declaring an emergency.
Second.
Second by Councilman Nielsen. Vote on the suspension.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to ask for adoption for resolution number 2025-34.
Is there a second?
Second.
Councilman Nielsen. Vote on the adoption.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay. Item C passed. Resolution 2025-34 passed 4-0. Okay, we have one more. Item D, resolution 2025-35, accepting the recommendations of the Tax Incentive Review Council on the Village of Walton Hills Community Reinvestment Agreement and declaring an emergency. Who would like to introduce
Mr.
that
Mayor?
for suspension?
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman Nielsen.
I'd like to introduce for suspension Resolution 2025-35, accepting the recommendations of the Tax Incentive Review Council on the Village of Walton Hills Committee, Community, Reinvestment Agreement and declaring an emergency.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Diane. Zoning. Vote on the suspension.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to ask for adoption of Resolution 2025-35.
Second.
Second by Councilman Kanzoni. Vote on the adoption.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution 2025-35 passed 4-0. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. Get those things moving. Joe, you'll be able to go in here. I just have we can ask, it's not on the agenda, then anybody have anything else before we ask for adjournment?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to ask, did we have the Highway Patrol in to inspect trucks on Alexander Road?
Not
Not
yet.
the- Not yet?
Okay. Why, did you hear anything?
Yeah, I had a couple people say that, that we did, and I started asking, and Chief was out the other day, he had
Yeah,
COVID.
Chief's been out.
So I went to talk to him, but he was out, so I just thought maybe if you knew or
I am not aware.
not, okay.
And I would have heard about it.
Yeah, somebody,
But maybe sometimes with the chief's out, but I can follow up with that. But usually all of us hear about it because
yeah, that's why it was,
comes up pretty quick.
it was unusual, that's why I
The
just,
reason I said there's been some discussion about it due to the way Alexander has been,
Rerouted.
Yeah, the rerouting, you didn't know, but we wanted to do that. What Ray's referring to, remember we had, they set up that, like a sting operation, probably, 5 years ago?
I can't say it's a sting operation, it's an inspection, it's a truck inspection.
But it's a surprise inspect, which is okay.
Oh,
They
yeah,
have the
well,
right
that's
to
what-
inspect the truck at any
That's
time.
how they got the gentleman with the gun and the marijuana and,
Yeah.
I mean, it's, yeah,
Let me follow up with that,
okay,
okay?
thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Mayor Colgraf, just a comment, just want to say thank to all of the residents that came out tonight and those who may be viewing, and as always, our residents are encouraged and very welcome to come into the council chambers and be in the meeting with us, add to our meetings. We work for you.
Thank you, everybody. Any other comments? Okay, can I ask for a motion for adjournment?
Mayor Colgraf?
Yes.
I'd like to ask for, I move that we adjourn the special council meeting of Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025 at 8:13 p.m.
Is there-
Second. Second.
Vote on the motion.
Councilman Nielsen?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kanzoni?
Yes.
Councilman Spitznagel.
Yes.
Councilman Whedon?
Yes.
Okay. Meeting adjourned at 8:13. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Mike?